So now what I want to do is I want you to close that scene now and thank Spirit for working with me. But now I'd like to be able to connect with my client and her inner self, her higher self, her subconscious mind. And I'd like my client in a moment to step to one side to allow her subconscious mind, her higher self, to come forward and work with me today. So when you're ready, take a nice deep breath in. And I want you to just step away from your body slightly and allow your inner self to connect, to use your voice today. Good afternoon, inner self. What can I call you today? What's your name? Do you have a name? Or are you just energy?
No name.
No name. Mm-hmm. So tell me, I want you to connect with your energy and tell me, do you have a female energy, a male energy, or neither?
Lots of energy.
Lots of just energy. And so tell me, energy, have you had previous lives with my client, or is this the first life? Lots of lives. So what is it that you're working on with her? What is it that you're achieving together?
Be.
To be? Tell me more.
Work on energies.
Work on energies. And how is she doing?
Transfer energies.
Working with energies. Is she doing okay today?
Open.
She needs to open more.
Mm.
Open more. I'll be sure to
use more energy.
Use more energy.
Help others.
Very good. So what I'd like to do now, energy, I want us to be able to do a body scan of this body. And we're going to start with an X-ray light, starting from the top of the head, and we're going to work our way all the way down to the tips of the toes. So let's just do that together, starting at the scalp now. As we begin to work inside that scalp, going in around the back of the eyes, down the cheekbones to the jaw. And let's go down into that throat area. And we're just looking for any energy that just seems slightly out of place or doesn't serve you anymore as we go down the shoulders. Very good. Into that torso and around that heart area. Down into that tummy area. Just feel us going round those hips. Down the thighs to the knees. Down into those shins and to the ankles, all the way down to the feet. And let's scan up again to the top of the head. So energy, tell me, where can we work in the body today? What areas of the body connected with you? The throat. Yeah, I felt that myself. So what we want to do, energy, is we want to connect with the energy in that throat. So I'd like you now to go as small as a cell. As small as a cell, and begin to travel all the way to that throat area. And as you're walking and feeling and connecting with that energy, tell me, how does the throat feel? What's the emotion? Blocked.
Dry.
Dry?
Struggling to breathe.
Struggling to breathe. Take that emotion from her. Well, I want that energy in that throat to be able to speak to me. So I want that energy to connect with your voice, so this energy can have a voice today and tell me what's going on. So let's connect. 3, 2, 1. Energy, what are you doing in that throat area? What's happening?
Nothing.
Nothing? So how long have you been there in that throat area?
Mm-hmm.
Is it this life? Or is it more?
More.
More. Many lives?
Nah, many.
Many lives. So what symptoms do you cause my client as you're staying and living in that part of her throat there?
Allowed to speak.
Not allowed to speak?
Be quiet.
Not allowed to speak? And you need to be quiet. Now tell me, what is your name? What can I call you today? Remember that name. I want to ask you, did you have a life on earth where you were unable to speak? Is that what it is? Well, what we're going to do now is, because now you've been highlighted, we'd like to release you back to spirit. But in order to release you back to spirit, we need to go and we need to understand you and gather all your energy. So let's go travelling back now to the memory and that life when you lived on earth. So let's go drifting, floating, down and down that silver thread, all the way back to that life, totally detached now. 3, 2 and 1. See yourself there. Are you male or female? You're female. How old are you?
Young.
You're young. And what happened to you in that life? You were beaten. So who was it that beat you? Was it one person or several?
Lots of people.
Lots of people. So what was the reason that they beat you? Connect with that thought. What was the reason that they were beating you? What had you done?
I was hungry.
You were hungry?
Just needed a food and shelter.
You needed food and shelter, yeah? And so you tried to survive?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you were beaten for it?
Yeah.
So why didn't you go to spirit when you had the chance? Why did you hop into my client here? What happened? Did you lose your way?
Lost.
You're just lost. So what's your name? What can we call you today?
Got a name.
You haven't got a name. Well, before we go any further, would you like to see who's waiting for you in spirit? Yeah? Just so that you know that you're going to somewhere safe. So what I want you to do, I want you to imagine that in your hands now you see a leather book, a nice leather warm book. And in a moment I'm going to count from 3 to 1, and when I get to 1, you're going to open the first page of that book and you're going to see who's waiting for you in spirit, so that you know you'll be safe. So when you're ready, 3, just feeling the edges of that leather worn book now. Very Very good. 2 and 1. Open that page and tell me who's waiting for you in spirit. Lots of people, yeah. And if they could collectively communicate to you, what are they saying to you right now? Now you've connected with them. What are they saying?
You're loved.
You're loved and safe. So before we assist you in going back to spirit, I want you to tell me, what symptoms do you cause my client while you've been in her body?
Pain in the chest.
Pain in the chest.
Breathing.
So before we go, I'm going to connect with your throat here now. And what I want you to do now, knowing that you have many people that are waiting to love and comfort you in spirit, in order to go home whole, you need to go and gather all your luggage. So go into this throat area, go into that chakra, or down every nook and cranny, and just start pulling out now. We don't want you to cut the cords, because if you cut them they will grow. Just slowly and gently begin to pull them as they get softer and softer at the sound of my voice, and they're just so easy for you to begin to collect. Very good. Collecting all your memories so that we can take you back home. And I want you to gather all your energy in a ball. Have I got that energy now? So as I take that energy away from you, I want to bid you farewell on your travels, and may the light of the universe always accompany you. So inner self, I want to ask now, go into that throat area and tell me, if we could put a colour into this throat area, what colour would we put in?
Blue.
Blue. So I call on now Archangel Michael to come forward, and I want him to begin to just press his sword very gently onto this throat area, and as he activates that sword of strength and power, just feel that blue sword of light and that liquid energy from spirit now just pouring into the throat area. Feel it now smoothing out, neutralizing that area, softening all those muscles, going down into the chest, and see how it travels all down the roots of where those memories once were, and feel it going now into the chest and into the heart area. And the more I talk, the more you need, the more you shall have. Just feel that heart area filling up with all that love and strength, and that wonderful turquoise blue, just like the ocean, washing and neutralizing your entire body. And I want to tap you on the forehead and seal that in. So tell me, as we scan the body again, just go slowly down the body and tell me, is there anywhere else we can work in the body, or should we get to the questions?
No.
No, we'll get to the questions. Very good. So my first question to you, energy, is I want to know about her guides. And as I talk about her guides, you'll feel their energy coming in, and tell me, how many guides does she have working with her at the moment?
5.
5, Describe them to me, these guides. Are they energy? Do they look like something?
Dolphin.
The dolphin. And what does the dolphin bring for her? What's the energy that the dolphin brings? What's the gift?
Swimming in the ocean and freedom.
Freedom. And as you look at the other guides now, describe them to me as well.
Olga.
Olga.
Strong lady.
Strong lady.
Powerful lady.
Powerful lady. So she
Warrior.
has... Pardon?
A warrior.
A warrior. So Olga has come to work with her to give her strength. How wonderful. So we have 2 guides now. What are the others? Are they male? Are they female? Are they animals?
Owl.
An owl. What does the owl bring?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. And you've 2 more guides there. Francis. Tell me about Francis. Tell me more about Francis. What does Francis do?